Think Dodge is just another car company? Think again. Dodge didn't just build cars, they built fire-breathing legends that owned the streets, shattered records, and left their competition choking on smoke. From Hollywood blockbusters to NASCAR dominance, these muscle machines became icons of speed, power, and rebellion. Strap in, because this isn't just a history lesson, it's a full-throttle adrenaline rush through Dodge's most legendary rides. (1966) Dodge Charger HEMI. The 1966 Dodge Charger HEMI is among the best machines to have ever come from the Dodge brand. At first glance, the Dodge is one scary beast with a weird attraction that could make you shout, "Damn!" It was built with an iconic pot metal grille that was complemented with a pair of rotating headlights. This idea was almost extinct, as the last time something similar was seen on a vehicle was in the 1942 Chrysler DeSoto. After having such a creative body design, manufacturers perfectly complemented the 1966 Charger with the perfect interior. The vehicle came with a full-length center console and all bucket seating front and rear adapted from the 1960 to 1962 Chrysler 300. It also came with some pseudo buckets in the rear. When folded, they allow access to a very spacious interior via the rear hatch. Although you can say that by design, the car wasn't really built for racetracks. The engine could easily outperform most of its rivals at the time. The 1966 Charger HEMI had an optional 426 HEMI V8 that churned out 425 horsepower. In the first year of production, a total of 37,344 units were built. This marked a bold entrance for Dodge into the muscle car wars. 1968 Dodge Charger RT. You probably never knew the RT on Dodge vehicles stands for Road Track. Now you can guess why this list won't be complete without mentioning the 1968 Dodge Charger RT. This is one of the most iconic American muscle cars ever made. At first glance, its Coke bottle styling, which was creatively complemented with aggressive curves and bold lines, gave this vehicle a powerful and intimidating presence. At that time, Dodge tried something that was not really popular as their brand's identity by adding hidden headlights to the car. This became a signature feature, adding to the car's sleek and mysterious look. In the 1960s, most muscle cars were designed to perform excellently on roads and tracks, so Dodge wanted to dominate the niche with this Charger RT by making it a high-performance package that wouldn't disappoint. The 1968 Charger RT came with an optional 426 HEMI V8, which turned out 425 horsepower for buyers who wanted more than the regular engine. Of course, they would have to dig their pockets deeper. This turned the Charger into a beast that topped charts and racetracks at the time. As the 1968 Charger RT continued to gain popularity, it became a Hollywood star and a treasure for collectors. The vehicle was famously featured in the movie Bullitt, where its chase scene with a Ford Mustang became one of the most celebrated moments in film history. Also, it later gained even more fame as the General Lee in The Dukes of Hazzard. 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona. What gave birth to the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona was Dodge's dream of having a car that would leave a mark on NASCAR. At that time, they wanted something that would break the ordinary in both design and performance. So they designed the Daytona to look like something out of the future, giving it an elongated aerodynamic nose cone and towering rear wing. Interestingly, the dream was realized, and the Daytona became the first ever NASCAR vehicle to break the 200-mile-per-hour barrier. While the aerodynamic design of the vehicle made it easy for the car to break through wind, its engine also played a huge role in this success. The 1969 Charger Daytona was built with the legendary 426 HEMI V8 engine, which produced 425 horsepower. Although the car was not massively manufactured, it quickly gained a cult following, off and on the track. Dodge only produced 503 units to meet NASCAR's homologation requirements. This made the 1969 Charger Daytona one of the rarest and most sought-after muscle cars in history. 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. The 1970 Dodge Challenger RT is another road track series that was built to rub shoulders with the likes of the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro. Its design was a head-turner from the start. With its long hood, aggressive front grille, and sculpted body lines, the Challenger carried an undeniable presence. What set the 1970 Challenger RT apart was its powerhouse engine lineup. Buyers could choose from the legendary 426 HEMI V8 or the 446 pack, both delivering jaw-dropping performance. The HEMI pushed out an impressive 425 horsepower, while the 446-pack offered over 390 horsepower thanks to a triple carburetor setup. These engines gave the car serious street and track credibility, so when cited in racing competition, competitors with lesser specifications were always shivering, knowing they were up against a true powerhouse. 1969 Dodge Super Bee. Built on the Coronet platform, the Super Bee was a go-to option for adrenaline junkies who wanted speed without breaking the bank. Its aggressive front-end design, with a distinctive squeezed look around the headlights and grille, gave it an intimidating appearance. Also, the car has a sleek rear that carries horizontally themed taillights, which adds to its bold stance. While you can't write off its looks, the 1969 Super Bee's selling point was what it carried inside its bonnet. The standard engine was the 383 Magnum, delivering 335 horsepower, but Dodge offered the legendary 426 HEMI as an option for those craving more power. This powerhouse produced an astonishing 425 horsepower. This high performance cemented the Super Bee's reputation as a street and strip beast. A unique feature for 1969 was the optional Ram Charger hood, with twin forward-facing scoops that enhanced airflow and added to the car's muscular look. This option made the Super Bee even more intimidating and became a fan favorite. 1970 Dodge Charger RT 440. As long as muscle car automotive engineering is the topic, you simply can't miss the 1970 Dodge Charger RT 440. It was a masterpiece that blended aggressive design with raw performance, making it one of the most desirable vehicles then. Its bold exterior styling featured a revised split grille, full-width taillights, and optional hideaway headlights, giving it a sleek and intimidating presence on the road. Under the hood, users could opt for the legendary 446-pack engine, which delivered an impressive 390 horsepower. This engine, paired with a robust suspension system and high-performance tires, offered exceptional straight-line speed and control. And drivers who wanted to maximize this beast settled for the 426 HEMI, which promised ultimate power. This model went on to win the most races in its debut season. It was the car that Bobby Isaac used to secure his first championship. 1967 Dodge Coronet RT. The 1967 Dodge Coronet RT is another milestone from Dodge, being one of its first true muscle cars. Following on the heels of a high-performance edition from the Coronet series, the RT model was fit with a big standard 440 Magnum V8 that boasted an astonishing 375 horses. And for the true enthusiast wanting more muscle, the legendary 426 HEMI was an option from Dodge that gave the Coronet RT unbeaten performance in the time, both on the street and the drag strip. The styling of the Coronet RT also reflected its muscle car credentials. A unique front grille, bold RT badging, dual hood scoops, and an overall aggressive sporty look. In its interior, it came with a driver-oriented cockpit with bucket seats and upscale trim choices that combined performance and comfort. The 1967 model year also marked Chrysler's decision to reserve the HEMI engine for its dedicated muscle cars, including the Dodge Charger, Coronet RT, and Plymouth GTX. A few HEMI-powered Coronet Deluxes and 440s were also built, making the car ever so rare and mystifying to collectors. 1971 Dodge Demon 340. The 1971 Dodge Demon 340 was Dodge's answer to the growing demand for compact, affordable muscle cars. Built on the Dart platform, the Demon 340 featured a lightweight design that, when paired with its high-revving 340 cubic inch V8 engine, made it a street-friendly powerhouse. Producing 275 horsepower, the engine delivered thrilling acceleration and made the Demon a true sleeper on the roads. It came standard with a 3-speed manual transmission, though a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic were also available as options. The Demon 340 wasn't just about performance. Its aggressive styling included a unique split grille, bold Demon badging, and optional matte black hood scoops. Buyers could also choose eye-catching high-impact colors like Plum Crazy or HEMI Orange, adding to the car's personality. Inside, the Demon offered a practical yet sporty cabin, with bucket seats and a functional layout. 1970 Dodge Super Bee 446-pack. The 1970 Dodge Super Bee 446-pack marked the peak of Dodge's no-frills muscle car lineup. Built on the Dodge Coronet platform, the 1970 model stood out with its bold and polarizing design. The front end featured a daring dual-loop bumper design framing twin grills, giving it a look that sparked strong opinions at the time, but is now cherished by many people. The rear end carried over muscularly sculpted quarter panels from the previous year, enhanced with new delta-shaped taillights. The distinctive C-stripe rear graphic added to the Super B's aggressive personality. Under the hood, the Super B offered the 446-pack V8, a beastly engine with 3 two-barrel carburetors delivering a massive 390 horsepower. This setup gave the car incredible straight-line performance, making it a legend on the streets and the drag strip. The standard Ram Charger hood with forward-facing scoops only added to its menacing look. Despite its raw power, the Super B maintained its affordability, making high performance accessible to muscle car enthusiasts. With a 117-inch wheelbase and an overall length slightly increased by its front-end makeover, the 1970 Super B offered a commanding presence. 1970 Dodge Coronet Super B HEMI. Love it or hate it, the 1970 Dodge Coronet Super B HEMI was truly a rare beast of a muscle car. From the very first glimpse one got of the car, its design made quite the statement. Its unusual dual-loop front bumper enveloped the twin grills. The rear end was muscular with teardrop quarter panels and new delta-shaped taillights. Adding to its personality was the unmistakable bumblebee stripe wrapped around the back, giving it a look that screamed power and speed. But the real star under the hood was the 426 HEMI V8 engine. Running with 425 horses, this engine gave very few cars a run for their money in performance. It was built for drivers who wanted pure muscle and did not disappoint. The car came equipped with either a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic transmission, so the car was quite the beast both on the street and at the strip. Before we wrap this video up, let's take a moment to recognize a few Dodge cars that deserve their place in the spotlight. The 1964 Dodge Polara 500 Max Wedge is worth mentioning because it was one of the first signs of Dodge's muscle car dominance. With its 426 Max Wedge V8 engine, this car showed what Dodge was capable of and set the stage for the high-performance machines that followed. The 1969 Dodge Dart GTS 440 earns its spot for being a small car with an oversized heart. Packing a 440 cubic inch V8 engine, it was a lightweight street monster that could outrun cars twice its size. Then there's the 1971 Dodge Charger Super B, which closed out the Super B's run on the Charger platform. This car held on to the bold styling and raw muscle that made the Super B a favorite among fans, keeping the spirit alive for one more year.